Hey guys, it's Jacob from Starfighters Arcade. It's the end of the year, and what a year it has been for us. But y'all know that means it's time for our annual full arcade tour. It's pretty cold out here, so let's not waste any more time and get on with the 2024 tour. First stop on the tour should be familiar to everyone, and that's our front entrance. Every patron that walks through our doors begins their journey here to buy their memberships, as well as a snack or beverage if they like. Something that's brand spanking new is this stage setting. We're starting to host bands, and that's something to look forward to heading into the new year. You also get a little taste of what you can expect with the 5 Atari System 1 machines greeting you as you enter inside our remote planetoid. We'll come back to the new side of the arcade a little later. For now, we're going to enter through this portal way where some memorabilia and the soda machine is, and on the other side is the original side of the arcade, where you'll find a wide selection of classic and modern pinball machines, full rows of them in fact, and across from them is our Nintendo row with the classics I'm sure you're familiar with, even threw in the arcade pinball hybrid Baby Pac-Man in there for good measure. Doesn't make our neon Pac-Man sign look completely out of place. Venturing to our original entrance, it's now filled with games, racing, and lots of multiplayer games to be exact. This is the area to go by to see if your friends are truly your friends. You can also take a look at some memorabilia as you make your way towards the DDR room or our alcoves full of the classics. The first one is filled with Sega hits, while the next has the greats from Bally Midway, including your Pac-Mans and Galagas. And when you're done playing in there, you'll be walking out to plenty of pinball. Some of my personal favorites are along this row. Continuing to explore the alcoves, the middle one has got more Bally Midway titles, as well as the infamous Williams section with some of the more difficult games you can play in here. Not to mention a sweet display of vintage comic books. Never a short supply of cool stuff on our walls. The next alcove has got a couple Sega Gremlin and Cinematronics vector games, but it's mostly filled with arcade games from Century. Some hidden gems could be found around here, as well as additional pinball outside of them. Our final alcove's got the Dragon's Lair trilogy of Laserdisc games, 2 of Gottlieb's best in Q*bert and Mad Planets, and a selection of titles from all over the arcade sphere. Here's one of our more popular places for foot traffic. Our back room is full of favorites including Guitar Hero, 4-player Hydro Thunder, and our varied selection of fighting classics. We only have the best here at Starfighters. And Scramble is here too. Coming back out, there's another full row of pinballs to try and some vintage toys to admire. Could even try some Atari football while you're at it. Keep walking towards our 7-Eleven sign, and you'll find a selection of light gun shooters, as well as games from Exidy, Stern, but mostly Taito games make up this area. You think Jason goes well with our Bill and Ted phone booth? Before we show the new side of the arcade, gotta show off the remaining Sega stuff over by the larger portalway. Here's where you'll find Ghost Squad, their many iterations of Outrun, as well as the ever-popular Crazy Taxi. Behind them is a plethora of vintage memorabilia on display for all to admire while you're waiting for your turn behind the wheel. But now the moment y'all been waiting patiently for, our new space, filled to the brim with some of the best pinball machines you could find in the valley. We have the old school EMs, Golden Age classics, and some of the latest releases from the few companies still around today. Turn a corner and who knows what you can find. You can also find a great selection of games to play along the wall. Accompanying our new Super Shot basketball game, another popular favorite among you Starfighters, we also have a long row of Atari classics. We have the Vector Greats, a couple obscure games, and lots more. Atari certainly had plenty of the best games out there back in the day, though Space Gun wasn't one of theirs, but you can find that right next to the bathrooms where Locutus Borg is watching your every move. Had a chance to look at our other neon signs on the wall? Looks like we found ourselves back up at the front, thus concluding the tour for another year, and not a moment too soon as the lights are coming on and we're getting ready to close up for the night. But we hope you enjoyed this little journey, and we hope you get the opportunity to come down and experience the arcade for yourself. Well, there you have it. It's been a great year. It's been a great decade, and we have so much more in store. We look forward to seeing many of you in 2025, so be sure to visit us from time to time. Happy New Year, everybody.